Today topic is solenoid is equivalent to bar magnet, that we have to show. Then how we will show that the solenoid is equivalent to bar magnet? We know already about the solenoid. What is a solenoid? Solenoid is very simple, that this is a cylinder and its radius is considered as the capital R. An insulated current carrying wire wound like a cylinder, that is called as a solenoid. We are taking that capital R is the radius of the solenoid. Capital R is the radius of the solenoid. And this is the center and the length of the solenoid. Solenoid will act like a magnet. We know that solenoid is nothing but current carrying coil wound like a cylinder, that is called a solenoid. And the solenoid length we will take as 2L. Okay, we will take the length as 2L. From the middle, from the center, the left end length is L and the right end length is L. And capital R, in this, let us write some terms okay, which are present in this. What is capital R? Capital R is the radius of solenoid. Okay, right. And 2L is the length of solenoid. Length of solenoid. Okay, and from center at a distance R, I want to find out the magnetic field. Okay, I will find out the magnetic field, because this is a solenoid is a current carrying coil. That current carrying coil around the current carrying coil magnetic field generates. That coil will act like a magnet. I have to show that current carrying solenoid, right? Previously in the last topic, current carrying coil behaves like magnet and it is equivalent to magnetic dipole, that we proved. Now today we are going to prove in case of solenoid. The solenoid is also exactly equal to the bar magnet or the magnetic dipole, right? I have to show that. This is a solenoid that you are seeing, that you are looking in the picture, right? And I will find out the magnetic field due to solenoid. After finding, if I will show that is equal to magnetic field generated by the bar magnet, we will take the bar magnet. For example, the bar magnet also generates the magnetic field. That magnetic field and this solenoid magnetic field, if it is similar, then we say that the solenoid is equivalent to bar magnet. For that, we have to find out the magnetic field on the axis of the solenoid. If it is equal to the magnetic field on the axis of bar magnet, right? We have to find out the field due to solenoid. We know already field due to bar magnet. If the field due to bar magnet and field due to solenoid are same, means then the solenoid is equivalent to bar magnet or the magnetic dipole. Then for the purpose we have to find out the field. We will take the small n. Small n is the number of turns per unit length, means total number of turns by total length. Number of turns per unit length. In 1 unit length, how many turns are there? That is the small n. Okay, and smaller is the distance. Smaller is the distance on the axis where I want to find out the magnetic field from the center of the solenoid. Okay, smaller is the distance. Okay, distance of point where we want to find out the magnetic field from the center of the solenoid. Okay, distance of point, okay, where we want to find B magnetic field from center of solenoid, right? Okay, very simple it is. Now for the purpose what we have to do it here, first we have to take the little thickness, small part on the solenoid we have to take. This is the small part. This small part has a certain thickness dx, okay, dx, and this small part is at certain distance x. Small part is at certain distance, that is x, from the center, okay, and this is act like a loop, okay, a circular loop, just like some circular loop, it will act like circular loop. From the center of the circular loop, the distance, if you will find out from the center to point where we want to find out the field, that distance is r, this part distance is x. I want this distance from the center of this to point where I want to find out the magnetic field. Can anyone tell what is the distance from the picture? This is x, this is r, this part I want to know. I want to know this part. From total r, you remove this x, you will get the right side part. This is the r minus x. R minus x. Okay, right. Now, I want the magnetic induction. Magnetic induction or the field dB, small magnetic induction, due to small part on solenoid. Small part of width dx on solenoid. You see here, we are taking the small part on the solenoid. Due to small part, we find out the magnetic field first. Later, we can integrate that. We will get the total magnetic field. Due to small part, that is a blue colored one is there, whose width is dx. Due to that, I want to find out the magnetic field at point P. After that, we have to do the integration, right? Then if you do the integration, you will get the total magnetic field due to solenoid. I want the magnetic induction or the field due to small part of width dx on solenoid. Right? Due to small part, I want to find out the field. What is the small part on the solenoid will act like a coil? Is it correct? For the coil, small part will act like a coil. For example, we will take here, I will write here, the small part will be like this there, and its radius is capital R, and at a distance y, right, I want the magnetic field, right. Can anyone tell the formula at this moment for this? Nu naught, yes, nu naught. Anybody knows the formula? If number of turns in this is n, then nu naught ni. Yes, tell me formula, magnetic field on the axis of circular coil. Nobody responding. Nu naught ni r square by 2 of r square plus x. If the distance is x, then x square. Here y it is, that's why y square. Nu naught ni r square by 2 of r square plus y square whole power 3 by 2. Is it correct, students? Yes or no? Yes. Here also this small part also acts like a circular coil. From the center of the small part at a point P, I want to find out the magnetic field. For that magnetic field, I am considering as dB, because the small magnetic field dB I am considering. Nu naught into number of turns in dx length, how much it will be there? How many turns are there in the dx length? How many turns are there in the dx length? Do you know how many turns are there in the dx length? We are taking the small part. In this, how many turns are there? That is required n. Number of turns in the small part. Due to small part, we are asking na. In 1 unit length, how many turns are there? Small n. Small n is the number of turns per unit length. I want dx units of length, number of turns. Then how you will get dx into n? Is it correct, students? Capital N we can write as the small n into dx. Huh? If you get the doubt, you can tell me. I is the current in the solenoid. I we take as the current in solenoid. I is the current through the wire. Okay, nu naught capital N replaced with small n dx because number of turns in dx length is. I want to find out the magnetic field due to small part, that is the blue color line, right? In that number of turns is the small n into dx. I into r square, radius is r again, by 2 of r square is the radius. Okay, no change because radius of the solenoid and radius of the small part also same, plus y square. This y is the distance of point where you want to find out the magnetic field from center of coil. This is the blue color one, is the blue color small part is the center of the coil. From that from the center, blue color one is the small part, that is act like a circular coil. From the center of that circular coil at a distance p, I want to find out the magnetic field. This here from the figure, y is equal to r minus x. Y is r minus x from the figure. Is it correct, students? From the center of coil we have to take the distance. From the center of the coil to point where you want to find out the magnetic field, its distance is r minus x from the figure. Clear, Babu? Huh? Whole power 3 by 2. This is the formula for the magnetic field due to small element on the solenoid. Magnetic field due to small part on the solenoid. Clear or not clear? Okay. Right. Next, here what we did, this is our formula. Okay, for the circular coil. Capital N I wrote here. Number of turns in the small part. In the total number of turns per unit length is small n. In the dx length, in 1 unit length small n, then dx length n dx, number of turns replaced with n dx, I r square. And from center of the loop to point distance we have to take small r minus x. Here y is there. In the circular coil formula, y is there, but y is replaced with the r minus x at here. Then we will get like this. Next, from the picture we can write one thing. For example, if small r is much greater than the x and small r is greater than capital R, then at that moment this x and capital R can be neglected. Okay, what I am doing it here, I am taking in the denominator, I am taking what capital R square plus r minus x whole square whole power 3 by 2 is there. If small r is this small r, you see the picture, small r, distance of point where you want to find out the magnetic field from center of the solenoid. If that small r is greater than x, x is this one. You know, x also appearing in the picture, small r also appearing picture, capital R also appearing picture. Small r is greater than x, small r is greater than capital R. X and r can be neglected when you compare with the small r and capital R. If you neglect, then what you will get? dB is equal to, we write nu naught n dx I r square by 2 of, here I am comparing them. At that moment I will write capital R 0 neglected, small r minus x also neglected when you are comparing with the remaining terms. Then what you will get dB at here? dB I will get as nu naught n dx into I r square by, in denominator what I will get, 2 into r square whole power 3 by 2 we will get, r square whole power 3 by 2. If we simplify this, the magnetic field due to small part on the solenoid, कौन सा आर स्क्वायर कैसे निगलेक्ट करेगा? फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक मिनट सुनिए. Actually, during addition and subtraction only we will neglect. Look at here. For example, if 1000 plus 0.1 is there, right? Okay, then here this 0.1 is neglected, right? Yes or no? Then we can take 1000. If 1000 into 0.1 is there, can you neglect 0.1 here? If you neglect that 0 and you write 0, then it will become wrong. Is it correct? That's why we should not neglect that one. Okay, in the multiplication we cannot neglect. In addition, this term is small, means we can neglect, right? Keep it here and इधर रख के जाइए, बाद में साइन करके देंगे, ठीक है? समझ लिया आपको? चलो ठीक है, लेट्स कंटिन्यू. नाउ म्यू नॉट एन डी एक्स इंटू आई आर स्क्वायर by 2 into r square whole power 3 by 2 is r cube, right? This is the magnetic field due to small part only. I want the magnetic field due to total solenoid, right? This is the, we are taking the small part on the solenoid. Now magnetic induction at a distance smaller from the center of solenoid, right? What is that? Total magnetic induction I want due to solenoid. Then for that we have to do the integration. Very simple it is. Integration is nothing but summation. Summation of the small magnetic field gives the total magnetic field, right? Then we should integrate from where to where. Here the variable is dx, remember it. Okay, integration nu naught n dx I r square by 2r cube we have to write. And here this nu naught, some terms are constant, we have to write outside. Mu naught nir square by 2r cube integration dx we have to write. Okay, this is the integration. X is what? Dx is what? X is what? You see here, dx is the, in the picture, small part on the solenoid. We took small part on the solenoid, right? The small part solenoid actual length is 12. On that small part whose length is dx, in the red color I wrote, right? Blue color circular coil small part I took, and whose width is dx. That is the dx. Okay, and x is the distance of that point. We are doing the integration, that one. The x maximum value is L. When you go from here, x highest value is up to this point, it will be there. That is the plus L. When you go left side, right, x this point we take as the origin. Center point we have to take as origin. When you go to right side, you should take plus. Right side maximum length is L. Up coil length, solenoid length. Left side length L. Total length 2L. Right? That's well. Right side length, left side length we have to take as a plus minus signs. Then we can do the integration from minus L to plus L. Left side length minus L. Right side of the two length is plus L. This is the integration limits. Then let us continue. Within 2-3 steps it is going to complete. And nu naught nir square by 2r cube integration dx we can write as x, and the limits are minus L to plus L. First we have to write the upper limit. That is nu naught nir square by 2r cube into, in place of x upper limit is plus L, minus we have to write. Next in place of x lower limit we have to write minus L, and then we have to simplify it. Nu naught nir square by 2r cube into, in place of x, integration dx formula we know x, that in place of x upper limit we should substitute, that is L. Next in place of x minus we should keep, after that in place of x lower limit we should substitute. Okay, do you know how to substitute the limits? Integration, you see this equation you see, follow the cursor. Integration dx is x. Okay, limits are minus L to plus L. How to substitute limits? Very carefully you have to hear. Many times we substituted. In place of x you should write upper limit, that is plus L, I wrote. Next minus you should write, I wrote minus. Next after that in place of x you should write minus L, I wrote. Completed. First upper limit we should substitute in place of variable x. Next minus we have to keep. Next in place of x lower limit you should substitute. This is upper limit and this is lower limit. Plus L is upper limit, minus L is lower limit. Then we will get as 2L. Okay, right. Now let us go for the little more simplification in one step. This is going to complete, right? Remember very carefully. If you have any doubt you can ask me. Let us start. That is a B is equal to mu naught n into 2L is there here, n into 2L, right? We write at one place, n into 2L I r square by 2r cube we have to write. But n into 2L is capital N, mu naught ni r square by 2r cube we can write. Okay, here because n into 2L is number of turns per unit length, that is capital N. Small n formula is capital N by 2L. And here one thing we should write, we can multiply this one with 2 pi and divide with 2 pi, and little changes we have to do, and then we will get the final equation for the magnetic field on the axis of the solenoid, that is mu naught by 2 into 2 pi we have to write as 4 pi, and this is n, this 2 first we write 2 into ni into pi r square we have to write. Then after that in the denominator we can go and we write as small r cube. Okay, and here what is ni pi r square? Ni pi r square we write as a. Is it correct? Capital R is the radius of the solenoid, pi r square is the cross sectional area of the solenoid, we write as 2 into nia by r cube. Okay, nia is the magnetic moment, we know that, right? And this is equation 1, I think. Till now we not gave any equation numbers, I think. Once we will see, not give any equation numbers, right? This is the final formula for the magnetic field due to solenoid on its axis, right? And what about the magnetic field on axis of bar magnet? At a distance smaller, magnetic field at a distance smaller on axis of bar magnet, or magnetic dipole. Bar magnet, another name is magnetic dipole, because magnet has two poles, that's why it is said to be dipole, magnetic dipole, right? This is the condition I will show you. This is the south pole and this is the north pole, and this is the center, and its length is 2L, and from the center at a distance r I want the magnetic field, right? You know very well the formula for the magnetic field on the axis. Yesterday also we discussed mu naught by 4 pi into 2 into capital M by r cube, where capital M is the magnetic moment of bar magnet. What is the formula for the magnetic moment? That we learned in the last chapter, moving charge and magnetism, first lecture. That is the pole strength into magnetic length. Okay, this is equation 2. This is for bar magnet, this is for the solenoid. Then the formulas for both of them is same. Then we say from equation 1 and 2, from equation 1 and equation 2, we say that, what we say, solenoid is equivalent to bar magnet, because the field generated by the solenoid and the field generated by the bar magnet are same, that's why both are equal. Okay, right? Whenever the subjective question paper is there, at the moment they will ask the question like this: show that the solenoid is equivalent to bar magnet. Like that they will ask the question. But nowadays, 1 mark questions only, complete objective questions. Okay, derivations they will not ask. You should concentrate on the formulas. Okay, and you should by heart the formulas and learn the concept properly. Okay, derivation step by step understanding is important, because from any step, right, its derivation concept is used for the asking questions. That's why you should learn the concept properly and by heart formulas and go for some applications. Okay, and that is very important. Only by having important questions and learning important questions cannot give the success in competitive exams, and it will not give the success in objective exam. Like now the CBSE is going to conduct objective exam only, all multiple choice questions, case study questions. Okay, for this, just by practicing few questions, few important questions, you cannot success in the exam, because from where the question paper is prepared, from which line the question is prepared, we don't know. That's why you should prepare properly. Okay, and there is a one advantage also there, this type of preparation and reading all topics line by line and learning applications and practicing problems. There is advantage that if you success in this objective exam, you can also success in the NEET and JEE exam, and or this Jharkhand some MSET engineering exam or common entrance exam also you can success, right? Because most of the jobs, if you want to go for any government jobs or any private jobs, wherever you go they will conduct only objective exam, not subjective. Except in civil services, few papers are there subjective, and in the remaining all the jobs and for all the things, the mostly objective questions only they will ask. Okay, right, that's the thing. uh, any doubts means you can ask, otherwise we will close today, teacher. Students.